What's up everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Sardoff and today we're going to be doing an Avenged Sevenfold discography review, so let's get straight into number 7. This is an album that came out only 3 years ago, and it's not that I hate this album, it's just that in my opinion, it sounds way too much like Metallica. The first two songs are actually quite strong in Shepherd of Fire and Hail to the King. The problem is that beyond that point of the first two songs, the whole middle part of the album is just average, if anything below average. The song Doing Time feels a bit too poppy. This Means War, of course, in my opinion, is just a sad but true replica. The song Rakim is a pretty good song, I'm not gonna lie. Crimson Day is just an average ballad. Heretic, it's again a pretty good song. And then from here on out, the last 3 songs definitely pick it up from the middle part of the album. This album would have definitely been way worse if it weren't for the last 3 songs in Coming Home, Planets, and Acid Rain. Coming Home is definitely the best song on the whole album. It's actually up there with their top 20 songs. It's actually a very good song. And then Planets and Acid Rain are again very good songs. And I feel like if you didn't have those 3 songs, the album would be way worse than it already is. Saying that, I do not hate this album. I actually quite like it, probably maybe 75 out of 100 in my opinion, but it's just not up to par with their older work. So saying that, let's get into number 6. This is obviously their freshman effort, and it was metalcore, not heavy metal, so we can't really judge it. That's mainly why it's at number 6. It's not that it's a bad album, it just doesn't fit with the rest of their work. Songs such as Lips of Deceit, Warmness on the Soul, Streets, We Come Out at Night, The Art of Subconscious Illusion, To End the Rapture, and Shattered by Broken Dreams are all pretty good songs. If you're a metalcore fan, you should definitely check them out. But compared to the rest of their albums, it just doesn't come up to par. And I guess there's not much to say after that, so let's get into number 5. Aside from the first 2 albums I talked about, the rest of Avenged Sevenfold's discography is absolutely amazing. They're all above a 90 out of 100, easily. And this album, it might be higher on the list if you ask me 2-3 years from now, but for now it's sitting at number 5. The opening song to this album is absolutely killer, and then followed by Paradigm and Sunny Disposition just gets even better. Paradigm, I feel like, is a very good second choice as a song, and Sunny Disposition, it's not usually what their style would be like. It has horns, it sounds kind of deserty, but it works, and I'm not even gonna lie, I really liked that song when I first heard it. Goddamn is not a song that I particularly enjoy, but it's very heavy and kind of fits, I guess. And followed by Creating God, that has one of the best solos I've ever heard from this band. Then that's followed by Angels, which kind of sounds bluesy in my opinion, and it's not your average Avenged Sevenfold ballad, and I think it works really well in the spot it's at. Simulation and Higher are very similar songs, and I feel like they're really good placed together where they are right before the album kind of switches tone, and they're both excellent songs, and I feel like Avenged Sevenfold did a really good job putting them where they did on the album. After that, you have Roman Sky, which is one of the best Avenged Sevenfold ballads that I've ever heard. It has an amazing solo, good use of violin, very slow, very change of pace in the whole album after Higher and Simulation, and I feel like it fits extremely well, and it is one of the highlights of the entire album. Then after that, you get to a song called Fernie Paradox, which is a very good song, and it has some black metal elements to it, and I really enjoy it. And then after that, you have Exist, which is an absolute masterpiece of a song. It's definitely the best song on the whole album. It's amazing. If you haven't listened to it, listen to it. And saying that, let's get straight into number 4. In my opinion, Wake in the Fallen is a very underrated album of theirs, starting off with Unholy Confessions, which is undoubtedly one of their biggest hits. Every live show they play it, and it has one of the best intro riffs I've ever heard from them. Followed by that, you have Chapter 4 and Reminiscence, which are undoubtedly amazing songs, and I feel like people don't mention these when they talk about the most popular or best Avenged Sevenfold songs. Followed by that, you have an amazing track in Desecrate Through Reverence, which does not get enough credit, and Eternal Rest, which obviously is another great song that has a really cool element that you can do live. Followed by that, you have Second Heartbeat, which, in my opinion, has the second best solo I've ever heard out of any of their work. Followed by Radiant Eclipse, which is the weakest song in the album. After that, you've got fucking I Won't See You Tonight, which is one of the best songs of theirs. Slow, has great guitar, great fucking atmosphere. Everything about this song is great. And I Won't See You Tonight Part 2 is very underrated just because it's screamo no one wants to listen to, but it complements I Won't See You Tonight Part 1 very, very well. And now here we go with the two most underrated Avenged Sevenfold songs, Clairvoyant, Disease, and All Things Will End. Goddamn, no one gives either of these songs any credit, and All Things Will End is one of my favorite songs to date of theirs, and I never hear anyone talk about it or even mention it when they're talking about Avenged Sevenfold songs in general. And Clairvoyant, Disease, again, people don't give it any credit when, if you listen to it, it's actually a very good song. With that being said, let's get straight into number 3. Nightmare is obviously the first album where the Rev was not with us, and it gives it a really dark feeling. If you ever listen to it at night or something like that, you just get a really dark feeling from this album. Starting off with Nightmare, which is just a very eerie track that starts with the dun 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 dun, which is just very eerie in my opinion. And the whole song, the solo and everything is just really good on that one. Welcome to the Family just packs a punch. The whole 5 songs in general pack a punch. Dangerline, Buried Alive, and Natural Born Killer, they're all super fast-paced, except for Buried Alive. They're all super fast-paced, and they really kick your ass. And you really don't know what to expect after you hear those first 5 songs. After those 5 kick-ass songs, they slow it down with So Far Away, which is a tribute to the Rev, one of the best acoustic songs that they've ever wrote, in my opinion. Which is followed by God Hates Us, which from the beginning you think it's going to be another acoustic song, but then it goes into this crazy riff and all this riffing, and it's a really good song if you've never listened to it before. Following that, it goes slow again with Victim, Tonight the World Dies, and Fiction. Fiction obviously being the last song the Rev ever wrote, and it's very depressing to listen to. Victim and Tonight the World Dies are very good songs that no one ever talks about when you talk about slow Avenged Sevenfold songs, but they're very good songs, and they fit the theme of the album very well. They're very dark, and they have kind of an eerie feeling to them. Now, to finish off the album, they have Save Me, which is, in my opinion, one of the best songs they've ever written. The intro, which is just absolutely amazing with the guitar that Sinister Gates did. And aside from the intro, the rest of the song is very good too, with the chorus and everything. And I feel like the ending where they say Tonight the World Dies, that's just, oh my god, it ends the album perfectly with the eerie feeling. And just the title being Nightmare, just that finishes off the album and makes this an amazing album. I mean, I love this album to death. It's the reason it's number 3 is because the 2 albums ahead of it are even better, which is hard to believe. But saying that, let's get straight into number 2. Ooh, City of Evil, what can I say? What a fucking album this is. This is a masterpiece. It's a very good album. 90, 94 out of 100, something like that. This album is amazing. Starting with the first 3 tracks, Beast in the Harlot, Burn It Down, Blinded in Chains. Beast in the Harlot has one of the best choruses from any of their songs, and the drum solo by the Rev is just out of this world. Burn It Down, that intro guitar solo is super good. And the chorus is very catchy, and if you've ever listened to the verses, the guitar in the verses is very, very hard to play. And then Blinded in Chains is obviously a very good song too. The Rev's drumming at the beginning of that one is just absolutely kick-ass. And then you get to Backcountry, which is not expected. You're expecting maybe a slow track, slow down the album, and then you just get Backcountry, which kicks you in the fucking ass, and you do not expect it. And it's one of the best songs they've ever written in their whole career. Then after Backcountry, you get Trashed and Scattered, which is an underrated song, but Trashed and Scattered, in my opinion, is probably the weakest song in the whole album. Then after that, you have Seize the Day, which completely slows down the album, but it's not a ballad. It still has guitar and a very nice bass, if I say so myself. And I feel like it just very well sets the tone for the second half of the album. Now the second half of the album is nothing alike from this first half of the album. Sidewinder, The Wicked End, Strength of the World, Betrayed, and MIA. They're completely different from the first 5 songs. Sidewinder starts off kind of slow, very cool riffing. It's a very long song. I love it. It's a really good song. The Wicked End has amazing bass parts, and just very good verses. I love The Wicked End. It's a very good song. Strength of the World, I love the use of acoustic guitar. The chorus, you just want to sing along every time you hear it. Strength of the World, very good song. Betrayed, obviously, dun, 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 very signature riff, one of their most signature riffs, and it fits very well leading into the last song, MIA. Now, in my personal opinion, MIA is my favorite Avenged Sevenfold song they've ever written. The song combines everything you like. Starts off slow, again gets into fast, has an amazing solo, great chorus, verse. Everything about it is just amazing. And it was the first song I heard off City of Evil, and that's when I decided to listen to the whole record. And my God, am I glad I did that. So let's get into number 1, and I'm pretty sure you know what it is. Self-titled. My fucking God, where do I even start with this fucking album? Holy shit, critical acclaim. Let's start with the first song. Now, this song is absolutely amazing. The guitar solo lacks a little bit, but it makes up for it with every other part of the song. The Rev's vocals are absolutely amazing. The use of the organ, everything about this song is amazing. And then you get into Almost Easy, which just kicks the fuck out of you, and you're not expecting it. And this album is super unpredictable. You never know what you're going to get in the next song. Almost Easy has sort of a reggae feel to it with the drums, and the drums obviously are on par with the Rev. Then you get into Scream, which Scream has a very, very cool riff, which, as M Shadow said, sounds like a casino, you know, a slot machine at a casino. And if you've ever listened to the solo on that song, that's all picked, and it's an amazing solo. And that song is the type of song that you'd want to hear live and you'd sing along to. Following Scream, you have Afterlife, which is, some people call it the best song the band's ever written, which I can agree with. The solo is absolutely amazing. Sinister did a great job. Very catchy chorus. The intro with the violins is amazing. The whole song is just really good, and there's nothing you can really critique about the song other than the fact that maybe it's a bit too poppy and mainstream, but it's the only thing. The rest of that, the song is amazing. And then after that you have Gunslinger, which starts all acoustic, and you think, okay, this is your typical Avenged Sevenfold ballad. But no, halfway through the song it just goes heavy, and it completely changes. You drop your jaw. You don't know what you just heard. Then after that you get into Unbound the Wild Ride, which is a very good song too, very underrated. Not many people actually like this song, but I think it's a very good song. And I think the use of the piano and the female vocalist just make this song even better. Last but not least, of course, Brompton Cocktail, Lost, A Little Piece of Heaven, and Dear God, the last 4 songs on the album. Brompton Cocktail, oh my God, this song is crazy, man. I never really liked it the first couple of times I listened to the album, so I thought I'd, give the song a play just by itself, and man, oh man, was it a good song. Then Lost, no one gives any credit to the song. The dual guitars in the beginning are crazy. When the Rev kicks in with the drums, my God, he's an animal. A Little Piece of Heaven, obviously you know all about it. It's theatrical, it has everything you'd ever want in a metal song. It's one of their best songs they've ever wrote. It was all written by the Rev. It's just a masterpiece. And then the last song on the album, Dear God, signature acoustic, but instead of having it in the middle, their albums like usual, it's at the end. And it's just a very good ending song, It just, you get this feeling, like patriotic feeling when you listen to that song, and it makes you, reflect on your life, and then it's the last song, so I think it fits very well. I just want to thank you guys all for watching my first ever YouTube video. This channel is going to be everything from music, gaming, superheroes, just anything you could ever think of. That's what this channel is going to be. Everything you'd ever want in a YouTube channel. It's not just going to be focused on one thing. Every week there's going to be a video, hopefully. And you'll never know what to expect. Maybe an in real life video, music review, video games, fucking, I don't know, just anything. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Subscribe and leave a like on this video as well. And if you disagree with anything I said in the video, be sure to leave it in the comments below. And if you do dislike the video, be sure to also leave in the comments below why you dislike the video. Again, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys all next week for another video. Deuces.